Of course. Here's your modified version in the form of a long-form speech, exceeding 50 paragraphs, delivered in a dramatic, motivational style, centered around Novak Djokovic's current season, mindset, and future aspirations, especially his dream of Olympic gold at LA 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, tennis lovers across the globe, take a moment to appreciate not just a career, not just a competitor, but a living, breathing force of history, Novak Djokovic. As the 2025 season continues to unfold, the whispers have grown louder. The murmurs of age, the chants of change, the murmurs of a final chapter. But what those whispers often forget is this: Novak Djokovic does not answer to time. He answers only to legacy. In this season, while the fire of youth blazes in the likes of Alcaraz and Sinner, Djokovic's response has not been surrender, it's been evolution. The Serb has saved his sharpest blades for the grandest of stages, the Grand Slams. He's chosen, with wisdom earned through decades of dominance, to preserve his peak for when the world is watching. In the heat of the Australian summer, when the Melbourne crowd held its collective breath, Djokovic stood tall. He outdueled Alcaraz in a clash of generations. It was ruthless, tactical, masterful. The world number 2 was dismantled by the Serbian maestro in the quarter-finals. But tennis is cruel. In the semi-final, against Alexander Zverev, the warrior's body spoke louder than his heart. An injury, sudden, sharp, and uninvited, forced Djokovic to retreat mid-match. It wasn't surrender, it was preservation. Then came the spring, a stretch that challenged him more than the forehands flying across the net. 2 early exits, critics ready to pounce. And then the Miami Open final. Jakub Mensik, young, bold, relentless, ended the run before the trophy. Still, he fought. Still, he returned. Back-to-back defeats followed. The narrative was clear in the media: the king is fading. But legends don't crumble, they reload. In Geneva, Djokovic roared back. In front of a crowd hungry for inspiration, he beat Hubert Hurkacz and lifted a trophy that didn't just shine gold, it glowed with resolve. Then came Roland Garros, Paris, clay, the place where Djokovic has crafted some of his finest battles. And again, he stood tall among the contenders. A warrior among warriors. He reached the semi-finals. But there, he met a man on a mission, Jannik Sinner. The Italian played the match of his life. And while Djokovic fell, he did not fall quietly. And after that battle on the French red clay, the questions came like clockwork. Novak, is this the end? Will you play next year? Is retirement around the corner? His answer was telling, honest, human. He said, I don't know. But amid that uncertainty, a singular fire still burned in his eyes, a fire not of what has passed, but of what could still be. Because in the distance, beyond the Grand Slams, past the press conferences, and above the noise, one golden dream gleams: Los Angeles 2028, the Olympics. In his own words, he laid bare the truth of his motivation. Greater than, the only thing that at this moment, professionally speaking, I have in my vision, is the Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles. Playing for the national team. That's what gives me motivation. Grand Slams. Yes, they matter. They always will. But even they have taken a back seat to this one final goal, the elusive, glittering Olympic gold. You see, for Djokovic, it's not about medals alone. It's about redemption. It's about the unfinished business of 2012, of 2016, of 2021. He's tasted bronze. He's stood tall in Beijing, but he's also left courts in Tokyo and London with tears in his eyes. Until Paris 2024. That golden moment. That sweet vindication. Beating Alcaraz. Standing atop the Olympic podium. But even then, Djokovic didn't feel done. One gold was not enough. The fire reignited. The vision sharpened. Because greatness doesn't know when to stop. It knows only how to push. So now, the road is clear. The GPS of destiny points to one destination, Los Angeles. It's no longer about silencing doubters, he's done that. It's no longer about records, he owns them. It's not about proving he belongs, he's tennis royalty. It's about wearing his nation's crest on his heart. About stepping onto that court in LA in 2028, not as a man with something to prove, but as a man with a promise to fulfill. To himself, to Serbia, to sport. As Djokovic trains, as he recovers, as he plots his return to Wimbledon, the US Open, and more, everything feeds one purpose. He is no longer playing just to win. He is playing to finish. To finish his way. To finish where the sun sets, in California. To finish with gold. So the next time you hear someone say, Djokovic is done, you remind them, legends don't end. They evolve. They pause. They reflect. But then they rise. And come 2028, when the lights burn brightest at the Los Angeles Olympics, Novak Djokovic won't be watching. He'll be fighting, serving, sliding, screaming, winning. Because even in his 40s, Djokovic is not chasing records anymore, he's chasing immortality. And that's a race only he knows how to win. If you'd like a viral video thumbnail idea or a dramatized audio script for this speech, just let me know.